I would love to know, is the Mystics owner going to come out and say that the entire WNBA should be on this cover? I would love to know that. Is the entire Olympic team going to be on this cover?
Did you hear about AA? Wilson's recent move is making waves. She was just named Time Magazine's Woman of the Year, but instead of celebrating, she's speaking out. Can you believe it? One of the WNBA's top stars, with multiple MVPs and a championship under her belt, is claiming she's not receiving enough recognition.
Yeah. It must be weird to win an award like Time Magazine's Woman of the Year. I guess there's multiple Women of the Year, but to win one of these awards like this and immediately feel like you are a victim, I'm confused.
Here's where it gets really intriguing. Wilson has a signature shoe deal, has graced NBA 2K covers, and the league is constantly talking about her. So what's going on? Is she just never satisfied, or is there something deeper at play? Let's dive into why Wilson's comments are making such a splash and what they could mean for the future of women's basketball.
I'm very confused by this. I don't get it. A'ja Wilson, boy, it's been a bad last week for her, all right? At least on a level of perception. Let's put it that way. She wins this award. There's a quote out there. It looks terrible. I mean, wow. Literally. Woe is me.
You might be thinking, wait, didn't A.A. Wilson just win a huge award? Why isn't she celebrating? Well, get ready for a twist that'll blow your mind. A.A. Wilson isn't just any basketball player. She's a full-on superstar in the WNBA, with multiple MVP awards under her belt and a championship victory with the Las Vegas Aces. And now, she's just been named Time Magazine's Woman of the Year. It's like hitting the jackpot, nailing a buzzer beater, and being crowned prom queen all at once.
WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson, gymnast Jordan Childs became fast friends in the lead up to the 2024 Olympics. So it right here, Women of the Year, A'ja Wilson, right? And there's Jordan Childs right there.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Instead of popping champagne and celebrating, Wilson's acting like she just got picked last for a pickup game at the park. Can you believe it? She's saying things like it's tough to wear this crown and that she has to work 10 times harder just to be noticed.
There's days where I'm struggling. It's moments where no matter how hard you work, it still feels like you're not getting the recognition. It still feels like somebody's got to say something to say. I needed them to understand that they helped me in more ways than they'll ever know. It's hard showing up every day and wearing this crown. It's heavy. It gets extremely heavy. But at the same time, I'm going to fix it, make sure it's straight, and I'm going to go ahead and do my work.
Now, you might be wondering, is she serious? Has she forgotten about all her accomplishments? Believe me, we're just as confused as you are. But let's take a step back and look at the facts. Wilson's been nonstop in the spotlight. She's graced magazine covers, starred in commercials, and has fans chanting her name every time she hits the court. It's like she's living every basketball player's dream.
I don't understand what this lady's doing. I really don't. She's won titles. She's a multiple-time MVP. She's probably the best player in the W as of right now today. And she acts like she's the victim.
But wait, there's more. Remember when everyone was talking about Caitlin Clark and how she was allegedly taking opportunities from other players? Well, while all that drama was unfolding, Wilson was quietly securing her own signature shoe deal with Nike. That's right, she's got her own sneakers in the works.
Working on her own signature shoe deal with Nike. That's right, she's got her own sneakers in the works.
The bus just a few days ago, we found out she always had a signature shoe coming. During that entire Caitlin Clark blow up around the Nike shoe, she knew then that while Caitlin Clark was getting berated and destroyed online and her fans, Asia Wilson knew then that she had a signature shoe coming, but she...
So, what's really going on here? Is it a case of never being satisfied, or is there something more beneath the surface? It's like Wilson's got this incredible highlight reel of accomplishments, but she's only focused on the bloopers. Maybe she's feeling the pressure of being at the top, or maybe she's worried about staying there. But come on, AA, you're absolutely killing it out there.
Serious question. When was Asia not recognized last year? Yeah, I get it. She was a predicted unanimous MVP before the season started. The WNBA media fawned over her all year.
You know what's really wild? While Wilson's saying she's not getting enough recognition, fans are left scratching their heads. They're seeing a player who's been celebrated, awarded, and put on a pedestal. It's like she's standing on top of a mountain and shouting that no one can see her. It doesn't quite add up, does it?
She was heralded all season en route to breaking the scoring record, had a Nike sneaker and full clothing line already in the works, was on the cover of NBA 2K. I think her issue was that there was a player with less accolades that was more popular, and that happens in sports. Fans don't simply like a player because of their accomplishments.
And here's the kicker. All this talk about not getting enough attention is actually getting her more attention. Just maybe not the kind she was hoping for. Fans are starting to wonder if this is a case of a star player being out of touch with reality. When you're at the top of your game, winning awards left and right, and about to drop your own signature shoe, it's hard to play the underdog, the drama. She was keeping something major under wraps. Get this. Wilson already had her own signature sneaker in the works. Can you believe it? She played it so cool, letting Clark take all the flack while she was gearing up to drop her own bombshell.
And if you say, oh, she is an NDA, there is nobody, and I mean no NDA, that makes it so that you have to pretend, you have to play victim and pretend you don't have a shoe when you have one coming. You have to stay silent. You don't have to.
Now you might be thinking, okay, but what's the big deal? She didn't have to say anything. And you're right. But here's where it gets really interesting. Fast forward to today, and Wilson's suddenly speaking out about how black women in the WNBA are being overshadowed. Wait, what? Didn't she just let Clark take all that heat?
She is, the Asia Wilson persona has done a lot of has done one absolutely horrible thing, borderline unforgivable thing towards a 22-year-old, and now she basically just admitted that she did it. It's not the greatest.
It's like she's trying to have her cake and eat it too. She stayed quiet when it suited her, but now she's crying foul when she wants the spotlight. Can you say double standard? It's got everyone scratching their heads.
It's powerful to me as a black woman in the WNBA. We have our struggles in showcasing who we really are. A lot of agendas get pushed on a lot of different platforms that may shadow us. You work so hard, but you still have to work 10 times harder just to be seen. So when we have our counterparts speak up, it speaks volumes to me. We see people speak up and speak for.
But let's break this down for a second. Is Wilson actually being overshadowed, or is she just frustrated that someone else is getting a bit of the spotlight? I mean, come on. The media has been all over Wilson. They can't stop talking about how amazing she is, how she's a multiple-time MVP, and what a great player she is. So what's going on here?
I guess I just don't understand here in a certain sense. This idea that Asia Wilson has been overshadowed by white players or hasn't gotten her credit at the... Is it because Sabrina has a shoe or Caitlyn is more popular? Again?
Here's the thing. The way Wilson's talking now, you'd think she was some unknown player struggling to get noticed. But that couldn't be further from the truth. She's been front and center in the WNBA for years. Everyone knows her name. She's got awards, fans, and pretty much everything going for her. So why is she suddenly acting like she's in